So, you know how about a month ago or so I was talking about the Arrowverse canon comics crossover? Well, today is the day that the first one came out, Earth Prime Volume 1 with Batwoman. And so I didn't know it was fully digital, so I got on my frickin' books app on my phone. Let's get into this book, shall we? So, full on spoilers for the book. If you want to read the book, go read the book. Buy it on any ebook type place you can go, because I was expecting it to be a physical copy. The main story of the book is titled Flesh and Mud instead of Flesh and Blood. They kind of put it. It was a weird title. I'll probably pop up a photo of what it looked like, what the title looked like. And the main story takes place between episode 7 and 8 of season 3. At the start of the book, it's just like a campfire type place, and then there's some bullies, and they trip him into some mud, and that mud was Clayface's mud. And then now the kid that was being bullied his whole life wants to take revenge on his bullies. And so that's his motivation throughout the whole book. But Ryan is on the search for Mary. And so when Luke hears about this campfire story going on, he tells Ryan, and Ryan goes there automatically to see if it's Mary, but it's not Mary. And so then she stupidly throws a batarang, and the batarang just goes through him or goes into him. And then she gets hit by Clayface, and then it starts raining for no reason, and then Clayface disappears. And then after Ryan talks with Sophie for a little while, Marcus texts Ryan and says, "Come pick up your shit from Wayne." So she goes to pick up her stuff from Wayne Enterprises. And who's there? Lena. That was the biggest freaking thing to see in a Batwoman book. I was not expecting Lena to be in the book. I know it was supposed to be like a crossover, but I wasn't expecting a character from another show to appear. Here's the funny thing. Lena came to talk to Batwoman herself. And then again in the book it says that Kara was told by Kate that the new Batwoman is Ryan Wilder. That makes kind of sense in the show episode of The Flash, Armageddon, how Iris and Ryan knew each other. And in this book, the number 6 is probably gonna bring them all together again. And then Ryan gets the knowledge of the freeze serum or whatever to use against Clayface, and then Lena makes it work. But at the loft, at their little Mary and loft, Lena tells Ryan about Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, this was a very good point of the story to be like, Ryan, you are the Bat of the future, so you gotta she basically passed the freaking thing off to you, and this is a new universe, so you are the new Bat of the future. So she was being basically inspirational there. Ryan goes to fight Clayface at the soccer game and then freezes Clayface with the serum that Lena made. And Clayface gets taken to GCPD or some security type prison, and then someone with a staff gets Clayface out of there. Now, I did some research on the staff. I put up into Google DC villains with staffs, and I found a very good picture, the very freaking obvious picture of who it could be. Yes, so this staff was the exact same one, I believe, from the book. So I think Magog is the villain for this whole crossover. He's going to be grabbing every single villain from each book, and then they're going to be have an evil team and a good team going up against each other. That's my theory, and I hope, because Magog is very connected to Superman, that I hope that Magog gets an origin story in the Superman and Lois book, which is next. Anyway, on to the second story of the book, which is called A Night Out. This one is literally takes place during episode 5 of season 3. Now, Luke is going out on a date with Stephanie. And I believe that is the same person from my last reaction video of Batwoman. The trickster's daughter, I believe. And, yeah, they talk about how he keeps, like, running out on him. Then he gets a call from Sophie. It was the scene where she was, like, inside the room. And so she was like, And then so we had to run out of the date to keep the canon of the story. Now, I'm pretty sure they didn't need to, like, have him run out, but they wanted him to have, like, a relationship, I guess. And so since this is canon, then he's dating Steph, but then, and probably in season 4, they're gonna do more relationship stuff, I don't know. But yeah, eventually, he tries to run back to Stephanie, and she was gone. And then there was a little Batman Flashpoint sneak peek that I didn't care to read, because the only thing I care about is the canon comics of the Arrowverse. Now, my thoughts on it. Not what I was expecting. Now, there was a pretty cool scene with her dodging some mud, and then with Clayface morphing a mud mace. Those were pretty cool. So when I was reading the book, I kind of, if somehow my mind put it to as if they were actually saying these lines on screen. I really liked the Lena. I really loved Lena appearing in this book. I didn't really like the Supergirl show, but Lena appearing in this was mind-blowingly cool. Can't wait to see what they do with the rest of this series. It's gonna be banger, dude. With just with Lena appearing, it was cool. Like, I don't know what to expect in the Legends one. I mean, I know what to expect. I read the recap, and it was like Ray Palmer is getting the retired Legends to go save Mick's kids, which is an amazing story. And you can do literally anything with those characters, because the characters in the show were stuck in one time period almost the entire show, or the entire season. And that story could technically be canon. You can bring them back and they can talk about that. But it's also really weird that it's canon, anyway. And I wonder if, like, who else will appear in that episode? Maybe Barry will appear in the episode since they're all in the present day. Whoever stole these babies is probably gonna be taken by Mongo, or Magog. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this episode. Video. Review. Anyway. Alright guys, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below. If you guys haven't already, please check out the Hype Talk, where I talk about the crossover comics. And then check out video YouTube recommends for you. And then subscribe. Wherever that is. Peace.